Okay, we have Maryanne Galvin here. Maryanne is, I love her simply because she is a friend of my camera person and friend and fellow filmmaker, Cindy Lenz, behind the camera. She just got in. She looks happy. She looks relaxed. We're going to talk to you, see who you are.
Hi, I'm Maryanne Galvin from Boston, and I'm here with Interrogate This, Psychologists Take on Terror. It's a documentary. Oh, I am a psychologist as well as a filmmaker, and there's been a huge debate among my colleagues about how close to the line we should be with regard to helping interrogate national security detainees. So
I like it.
Yeah, people don't even know that the mental health professions have been involved with this huge political saga, also known as enhanced interrogations. So it's a beefy issue.
I have to say, I'm so impressed with everyone, and you are included in this list as I speak to you right now because, you know, I've been here, it's my second year here, and the films that people have brought here are so fascinating, and concepts that I don't even know where they came from, but they're based in intrigue and psychology and fact and mystery, and then there's artistic takes on all of those. So then what happened? So you got, oh my God, I got this idea,
And I started to do my pre-production research and finding out who among my colleagues were the go-to people with the information. And there were a continuum of people in the psychology field, those who've been boots on the ground at Guantanamo in Iraq, to academics. So I assembled 12 such individuals with a range of opinions, and
smart
they
people.
tell their story.
So you went to them. What was your pitch to each and all?
Well, that first of all, like many Americans, I was taken aback when I started to hear that we were using enhanced interrogation methods because we're Americans and we don't torture. So that was my pitch. And further, that I was astounded to learn that psychologists may be involved in some of the questionable behaviors, and I just had to know more. Mm-hmm. And people were willing to talk to me about that, including people who served at Guantanamo, who had first-hand information to suggest they were there and they weren't doing anything wrong.
How did you just finagle them, Missy?
Well,
and like what month was that of the filmmaking process where you finagled actual people who were there?
Well, as you know, as a filmmaker, it's many months of pre-production and doing your research. Yes. And seeding the contacts. And so over time, people did come to trust me, to trust that I was going to offer an even-handed representation. It wasn't going to be a position piece or a highly skewed, biased piece, that I really was interested in the spectrum of positions because it's a gray area. It's a very complicated area. It's not, should we torture or shouldn't we torture? Most people say, no, we shouldn't. That's not what the argument's about. The argument's about how far should mental health people involve themselves in this whole war on terror, because it raises ethical questions. I am a psychologist, so the collegial access was probably a huge plus. And again, people, once they came to understand what my pitch was and what my slant was or wasn't, they took it up their chain of command. And the Navy signed off, the Air Force signed off. So it was many, many months of seeding those relationships and assuring people that this wasn't going to be a propaganda piece.
So for the average, filmmaker that's got to, bang down doors, like you're a psychologist, you had that door that you walk through gracefully and astutely and, with, tiptoed. You did your thing. But the average show, could they get those people to talk to them when they don't have that one connection?
Probably, eventually. I mean, there have been other documentaries about the interrogation debate made by non-psychologists, so yes.
Okay.
Conveniently, most of the people who are sort of the spokesperson on this debate were all convened in San Francisco for the American Psychological Association annual convention. So Cindy Lenz and I set up appointments with 10 of them and sat them down over the course of 3 days and got most of the interviews right there on the spot. Craziness, chasing people down, throwing them into tiny little rooms, throwing a mic on them, and I had done my preparation, so I knew where I was going with my questions, and then the conversations began.
How many days was the shoot?
3 days in San Francisco.
How long is the film?
90 minutes.
That's awesome. You made a feature doc.
Friday, May 22nd at 5:15 p.m. at Movies of Delray on
Name of it?
7421 West Atlantic Avenue, Delray Beach,
Wait,
Florida.
And the title is Interrogate This.